you think about rights, what do you think about? Black people's rights, maybe. Civil rights. You kind of connect both of those two. Women's right, transgender right, kind of just things you could think about. Just like at first glance, what do you think about when you think about the rights of people? Here's one big thing. Rights are not something that's niche down. So it's not like, because I'm black, I deserve these rights. Because I'm white, I deserve these rights. Because you're transgender, you deserve those rights. Because you're a woman, you deserve those rights. See, it's just like, we all, as humans, have rights that we deserve, period. Right to live, right to be happy, right to be treated equally, or as equally as you can. It's just like, if you put in the work, the right is, you should be able to receive that outcome. Now, in life, you don't get those things, especially in these different countries. But America, even though it's not perfect, tries to do somewhat right, and it just blurs the line. Today, we're gonna be talking about a female pro gamer fired after saying men under 5'7" deserve no rights, insinuating that if you're short to her standards, then you don't have rights in the world. So I'm 5'7", so I should barely get rights to her. Like, I'm 5'7", on a good day, I feel 5'8". You know what I'm saying? Maybe on a real good day, I might be 6 foot.
So recently, a female streamer lost her entire career in a matter of 30 seconds. And like many others who have fallen ill to the fatal self-cancellation, it could have all been avoided if she just kept her mouth shut. This gamer girl is from Japan and goes by the name Tanu Kana, and she has been playing the game Tekken professionally for over 5 years.
Wow.
Over in Japan, the sports gaming industry is massive, and she was considered a rising star on the scene.
That's interesting, bro, because like being a girl and being a gamer, there's a lot to overcome. You have to overcome people just already, like, when you talk about rights, when you want to talk about rights, you have to overcome people thinking just because you're a girl, you don't deserve certain things. You don't deserve certain rights. That you have to overcome people saying that to you. You have to overcome people thinking that because she's a girl, she doesn't know how to play a game. I mean, that could be used as an advantage, but that's a right that she has to overcome. So it's really interesting that she says all this.
That is until the other day when seemingly out of nowhere, she decided to self-sabotage her entire life. Look, I think it's safe to say that we all have our more jaded, perhaps extreme opinions when it comes to different groups of our society. These opinions will obviously vary greatly depending on who you are, what you look like, your childhood, and most importantly, the environment currently around you.
That's facts. That's big facts.
And just because you have these offensive opinions doesn't mean you have to say them out loud or really ever. Especially when you are representing a greater entity, which in her case was her gaming organization and sponsors who help her live this life where she gets to play video games for a living.
Right.
So many people have gotten lost in the sauce recently trying to take social stances publicly, whether that be for their Facebook page with 50 friends or on a much bigger platform like hers.
Yeah. At the end of the day, you're at the mercy, even though you feel like, hey, look, I got this platform I could do wrong. You're at the mercy of how people feel about you. You're at the mercy of public opinion, but you have to realize, even though you don't have a traditional job where you go clock in every day, you also have to realize that if you have sponsors, they're your boss if they paying you to do something. Like, that's all a boss is. I mean, you can pay yourself. But YouTube is not my boss. But me and YouTube have an agreement. If I come on this platform, they have guidelines. They say, hey, we don't want this and we do want this. All right? So if I come on here, I make my own time. I make my own schedule. I get on here. I do my own videos. I post my own stuff. But I have to stay in line with YouTube and how they feel. It is what it is. Some things, now YouTube is funny about some things. There's a blurred line there. But I'm just saying, at the end of the day, some people do get lost in the sauce. They start smelling themselves a little too much, and in the end, they end up blurting some shit out that they can't take back, and it It's unfortunate though, bro. It
Say
really
this extreme shit and then they always get surprised when they are fired the next day. We just live in a crazy era right now, and the company is not gonna go down for your ass.
Right.
They will throw you to the sharks the second you start talking spicy. And so someone out there compiled a translated list of all the things she was saying during this single live stream. First off, she says that men under 5'7" should go through
Why would he put Kevin Hart, bro? He fucked up.
life thinking, I have no rights. The second thing she said was that women who wear a bra size smaller than a B cup should consider self-deletion, and that women over the age of 30 are basically washed up and disgusting. So at this point, it's more clear to me that her anger towards these groups comes from a place of self-hatred and societal beauty standards in her country. Over there in Japan, obviously more women are flat-chested, aging gracefully is very important to their culture, and of course it is an anomaly to be tall considering the average man is only 5'6". Just look at her gaming squad. Everyone is about short as fuck. I mean, she is literally shit-talking 90% of Japan, and it shows an obvious lack of self-confidence. And you guys out there don't want to be like her. Personally, I always feel very confident in myself these days, largely in part due to the sponsor of today's video. I'm down when it comes to the tip measuring contest. She also went on to say that men who live with their parents are not human, gay people are mentally ill, apparently depression and being black is something that can be cured if people would just stop being so selfish. All Korean gamers are gay, and that poor people shouldn't even be alive. Saying that she wishes she could go full funny mustache guy on them. So basically her stance is...
She just said she wanted to go... I know why he said that. Funny mustache guy. We know who she's talking about. We know who she's talking about. That dude almost literally took over Europe. Bro, that is fucked up. I thought that she just said men under 5'7" deserve no rights. I was gonna be like, I don't think she should be fired for that. But now, after getting this bigger picture, bro, she should have been, oh, hell no, man. Send her to the gulag, gotta send her to the gallows, boy. I'm talking about this is crazy.
Is that everyone who doesn't look like her deserves no human rights and should actually be eliminated from planet Earth. And even if she is joking about all of this, what a fucking idiot. You know, if she had just made the comments about the height, the titties, and the dudes who live at home, I think she could have gotten away with it. But once she took it racial and started saying all that homophobic shit, she really dug her own grave. Like her gaming organization had no choice but to fire her ass. And it also leads me to believe that these comments were really not a joke to her, and this might actually be how she really feels.
No, for real though, bro. Some people, just because they play good games or they're good at commentary or they're good at YouTube, they're fucked up. Case in point, and I keep on bringing him up because fuck him, EDP. He creates content that a lot of people love. They love seeing this stupid, fat, big body, big beluga whale built ass, big potato built ass man. And then they like her Hey Arnold looking ass and shit like that, big ear sticking from the side of your hair, big mouth ass, big fat I'm finna get on your fat teeth ass, no lip having ass, you all shit. Your hair look like a motherfucking prune, dried up prune, white grape prune looking ass. I'm finna get on your shit, boy. Nasty ass, boy. I'm finna get on.
She has since then apologized, but the damage...
No, fuck all that. Keep that same energy. Keep the same energy. Ugly ass, boy. Bigger ass, man. Keep that same energy.
Had already been done. She got kicked from her gaming organization and lost all of her sponsors, including a Red Bull sponsorship that I guarantee was paying her out the ass.
Hell yeah.
Really just another buffoon who doesn't seem to understand that these companies have a reputation to uphold, and you being a direct representative of them gives you a great deal of liability, and she really did take advantage of that. And it is nice to see these things occurring overseas, so I really know that stupidity is really not just rooted in America. The real moral of the story here today, guys, is don't lose your job over some dumb shit you want to say online. We currently live in a very unforgiving society, and I think it's only gonna get worse from here on out. So you guys really need to be careful with what you're posting, who you're trusting with your different little content that you're trying to make, if you know what I'm saying. But let me know what you guys think about this story down below. As always, I do want to thank you guys for watching today and subscribing. And of course, I'm praying for my people out in the Ukraine, man.
Y'all, closing thoughts, keeping this real simple, keeping this real funky. You know, Jamari is right. At the end of the day, that was horrible. you deserve what you got because you don't talk about people like that. Now, if you said one thing like the men living at home, okay, boo-hoo, women with small breasts, okay, you said what you said, whatever. Then the height thing, it's like, all right, now you're tiptoeing the line. Like, deserve no rights, like he said, that's a lot of people in the world. A lot of people are not 5'7" or on the line, like me. I barely have rights if, you know, dealing with her. So I'm just trying to say is that, okay, but then when you go talk about the LGBTQ community, you already know that's not gonna go down. You start talking about the black community, you might get away with it because people kind of care, kind of don't really care at this point about, you know what I'm saying? Black people really got to make a big stink about it. Like we have to bring it up and say, look, this is not okay, for people to be like, okay, no, this is not okay. But the LGBTQ community, if you say that, I don't care who you are, black, white, they transcends colors, because that is, it doesn't matter what nationality you are from, you could be a part of that community. So I'm just saying, like, wow, you're going to lose that battle every time. Every single time, doesn't matter what you say, you're going to lose that battle. The only people that have not lost that battle are celebrities kind of like Dave Chappelle, like, you know what I'm saying? Looks like a Hey Arnold wannabe reject Diet Coke version. And I just think that with her big ass teeth, that she doesn't have the right to judge anybody. You know what I'm saying? And that's just my opinion. But hey, you know, let me know what y'all think. Do you think that she deserved to get fired? Or do you think that she deserved to get fired? I'm just playing, or just let me know what you think, man. Love y'all, be safe. I'm out.